Yo, what's cracking with the people? What's popping with the nation? Panther Nation, what's cracking with y'all, man? What's good? What's good? What's goody, everybody? 215 people, dog. I just hit the button, Dave. I just hit the button.
That's what we
200,
do.
230.
That's what we
Goodness
do.
gracious. Goodness gracious.
That's what we
250,
do.
almost 250 people in the building. And I just hit the button. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, Panther Nation. We back in this thing. We in this thing. Dave, what's good with you, man?
Let me tell you something, man. It has been an insane couple of days, but I got to meet a Tuskegee Airman this week. I got to meet a Tuskegee Airman yesterday at work, so that was pretty awesome. That was pretty good. Can't complain from that. Got to take a picture with him. You know, that was pretty cool. So no complaints from me today. No complaints from me today at all. Maybe I'll share the picture with you guys. Give you a quick look at it. You know, matter of fact, you know what? I think I will. Give me 1 second while you get that going. Yep. But otherwise, overall, I mean, work's work, but it's been a crazy because it's rare that I have to work on the weekends, and this is one of those occasions where I had to. So, but other than that, man, can't complain at all.
Pretty dope, pretty dope. Yeah, I ain't do nothing much. I was chilling, really chill, laid back weekend for your boy. Didn't do much at all, so it's good. It's good to have those kind of weekends, especially with dance season coming up. Full-time dance dad, so dance dad duties on deck. So, you know, when you got that, you know, you take those weekends of doing nothing. You appreciate those joints. So yeah, man. So that's all it was for me.
When let me tell you something, man. Like you gotta cherish those moments, bro. You gotta have them whenever you can take advantage of having a quiet weekend. You gotta take it. You gotta take it. There's no question about that. So yeah. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let me see. Let's share my desktop for you guys real fast. Bear with me, guys, because, you know, my technology game ain't as good as Rashad, you know. Let's see. Share screen. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, I got to call it. That's Woody right there.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up, man. Told some phenomenal stories. I'm trying to get the video for it because it's public release. A lot of folks couldn't make it because of what happened over the weekend at the job. So, which from my department at least, which was unfortunate. So I'm hoping to try to get the footage so I can get everybody to see it. It was a phenomenal program. It took me about a year to get them in there, but we got them there. Thank God, because that's American history right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
So
that's dope.
You got to appreciate those type of things. But
that's dope. That's what's up, man.
So
that's what's up. All right, Dave, it's a lot to get into, a lot to unpack. And listen, we apologize. You know, we told y'all it was a good chance the show might flip to Tuesday. We don't know. You never know. Just stay tuned. I appreciate y'all hitting the Noti gang because we had like 300 people on and I had just hit the button. So that's crazy. We never have that many on at the time I hit the button on Monday. So, you know, we might need to see what's up. We might need to see what's up with that. The champ Noli says, glad to see diversity training landed us Evero. So yeah, that's we'll talk about yeah. Yo, that's funny. And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Yo, we're gonna talk about that. That's funny. Yo, that's funny. That's funny, yo. That's funny.
You gotta understand, as a manager. Oh my God, that's hilarious to me. Oh, man, let me tell y'all something. Yeah, that picture was real, man. I'm talking about, was the picture real? I was there. I introduced him. Matter of fact, I got the intro upstairs. I got the write-up and everything. He did a lot, man. Graduated from Yale. He did a lot. He's from Massachusetts. Told a really dope story trying to get down to Texas right before he became an airman, a Tuskegee Airman. But
all right,
yeah, man.
So we got a lot to talk about.
I personally think we should just stay here. I think we should just stay at this slot personally.
I mean, man, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
That's what I think.
But the reason why we didn't go live yesterday, Dave, is because we had a special guest. Shout out Yeah, shout out to my man, what's his name, Dave? Zach. My man Zach
Zach.
From Blue Bloods. Shout out to him, man, because we got it chopped it up with him. Shout out to the Patreon members. If you are a MVP or a franchise level Patreon member, you have access to that interview. So what we did, we chopped it up, talked draft, and we mainly focused on FCS prospects, right? So we focus on the smaller schools. And you know how we get some of these guys, these small school talents, and they come out of nowhere, bro. And they be like, oh man, this kid came from XYZ school, and we never know nothing about these cats. Well, my man Zach, he rattled off about 7 names that was like, yo, you got to check these dudes out.
Yeah, 7, 8, 19 names.
8, 9. Yeah, listen, I consider myself a pretty knowledgeable guy. But this guy was definitely very knowledgeable when it came to FCS, and he was talking about some guys. I was writing them down as he was saying them, and I got to go back and do
I saw you, bro.
Yeah, I was writing them joints down. I was like, yo, I gotta check these cats out.
My brother Zach, man, I met him because I've been doing. For those who don't know, I've been doing a lot of more HBCU sports stuff, and I ran into some of Zach's content, and the fact he was like one of the only guys that covers FCS, that also covers HBCU sports too. Like he covers the HBCU conferences as well. A lot of the FCS folks, they focus on just the bigger conferences. He covers the entire gauntlet when it comes to FCS sports. So from that standpoint, I respect the work that he does. And by the way, I didn't even mention this on that show. He votes on the FCS poll. He has a vote on the FCS poll rankings as well. So he's very knowledgeable and he's well respected. He puts teams on the polls because of what he pays attention to. He watches the games. He pays attention what happens throughout FCS. So the data that he's coming up with, it ain't just talk. He's watching these games. And that's everything from top to bottom. One of the best in the business when it comes to that.
Yeah,
one of the best legit in the business.
He was legit, and he was at the Senior Bowl. So what we mainly talked about was some of the hot names coming out the Senior Bowl, and not just FCS. He was talking about some guys that also play, FBS as well. So he really good content. Check that out if you're a Patreon member. It will be live for free agents tomorrow. So check that out. All right. Now let's go ahead and dive into some of this content because it's a lot to talk about. A lot of things were happening today. A lot of things. And let me go ahead and share my screen here. Well, let me get I wasn't even ready. Wasn't even ready over here, dog. Here we go.
And by the way, guys, here. if you guys want to check out Zach on for his podcast, The Blue Bloods, you can follow him everywhere on The Blue Bloods. He's on YouTube. Everywhere you can get a podcast, you can follow him, and every social media outlets. So just check him out. But become a Patreon. You can watch the footage right now. You can watch the stuff right now, man. It's a really good show. Really good chop up discussion with Zach.
We don't watch it right now because you're watching us live. So don't watch it right now. But
watching us now. Later. You should watch it. You should definitely subscribe to him. He does a lot of dope stuff, man.
All right, let's move on because we got to talk about some of the topics today. We got a couple of topics that are Panther related by virtue of them being former Panthers. But then we're going to talk about our staff, the way it's looking, and some things moving forward. But we must give some kudos and a shout out to Steve Wilkes for landing one of the most coveted jobs there is out there because you're working with some elite talent over there on the 49ers defense. But congratulations to Steve Wilkes for rebounding something vicious and getting the defensive coordinator job for the San Francisco 49ers. Clap it up one time. Clap it up one time for Steve Wilkes, man. To come up, man.
Dog.
What's your thoughts, Dave?
I'm happy for him, man. You know, because the biggest thing that I was nervous about, considering that he didn't get any type of interviews for head coaching spots, that he wasn't going to get any type of level of opportunities because of the lawsuit. So I'm very happy for him, man. I am so happy for him. And the fact that he gets to fall in such a phenomenal situation to be the defensive coordinator for all that talent they got in San Francisco, bro. And you know what else this means? That man stays there for 2 years and gets another head coaching job. Freaking Kyle Shanahan gets the 3rd round pick.
Another pick. You took my point right from me, Dave, because 49ers have been a farm draft pick, bro. That minority trend or the minority draft picks, I'm year after year after year after year. They're getting 2-3 draft picks because of God, the way they're cultivating that diversity tree. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. If you look at some of the guys they've come up with and developed that are now head coaches or in GM roles somewhere. McDaniel, bro, Saleh just from the Jets, defensive coordinator. Like, look how many defensive coordinators they've gotten jobs. Saleh is with the Jets. DeMeco Ryans now with the Texans. Bro, this is a pipeline job to essentially to a head coaching job. And there ain't too many GCs getting head coaching jobs. But because that 49ers job is coveted, those guys are landing the job. So shout out, man. Shout out to Wilkes, bro. Shout out to Wilkes. Listen, I think this couldn't have ended up better for both parties. Both parties won here. Steve Wilkes gets the defensive coordinator job, one of the best defensive coordinator jobs out, the best defensive coordinator job out there, and then goes up, and we'll talk about that in a second. We'll hold that thought.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Don't fret. Do not fret, Donald Duck.
Hold that thought.
Mickey Mouse is better anyway.
Hold that thought. But we talk about that. I forgot what I was talking about now. I done blanked out on my point.
My bad, bro. I don't want to miss that comment. I want to let them know that it was coming. We'll get to it, dog. This is what the show's for. We're live. We forget things all the time, B.
Forgot what I was going to say, bro.
My bad.
Shout out to Wilkes.
We'll get there.
Shout out to Wilkes.
I'm happy for Wilkes, man. I'm so... I know you did, but it's all right. But dude, San Fran getting these third-round picks every dang on time, yo, they got that shit on lock, bro. And the thing is, Kyle loves that shit. Like, that's something that they put their badge on, the fact that they have such a diverse coaching staff. They put it back, like, Kyle brags about the fact of how diverse their coaching staff is. And so does, and I'm pretty sure Lynch does too.
Thanks, C. That's what I was talking about. Great point. I was talking about how everybody in this situation is a winner. I think the Panthers, we got the right coach. Not only did we get the right coach, Steve Wilkes did end up getting a great job. And I know it's not a head coaching job like he anticipated, but it still was an upgrade because guess what? He was just a DB coach, defensive pass game coordinator for us. He wasn't a defensive coordinator. So now he gets to come in and be a defensive coordinator, which is essentially an upgrade from where he was. So shout out to Steve Wilkes, man. And I think, again, that job is a pipeline to a new role. And I think in a couple of years, he's going to be a head coach.
We do not get a comp pick. Unfortunately, he wasn't there long enough. You have to be on the staff for 2 years and then get promoted.
Yep.
And because of that, he has to be a head coach. So it didn't meet the requirements.
Yeah, so no comp picks for those. I know a lot of people asked. I made a mistake of saying that we would get one maybe about a month ago. I read the rule incorrectly, so my apologies for misleading y'all. But yeah.
Would you say they're taking advantage of the Rooney loophole? They're not taking the advantage of anything. They're hiring good people, and the other teams are hiring them. They're not taking advantage of anything.
No, they're not taking advantage of it. But what they have is a good system in place to get said minority coaches, because not every organization has. You have to, first of all, your team has to be successful, right? You can't be bum.
Yes.
You can't be trash and out here getting your coaches hired and them they're not. Nobody's gonna pick from a trash team.
Yeah, like so I don't think it's a black. It's not a black or white thing when you think about it like that. Because Bill Belichick has gotten a lot of his damn assistants head coaching jobs, and the bulk of those assistants have been trash, terrible, horrific. Eric Mangini, Josh McDaniels, Romeo Crennel, Matt Patricia, Joe Judge. These guys have been terrible. So it ain't even about whether it's black or white. It's about what you teach your guys and how they can implement that to the next place they go. And we see that Mike McDaniels hasn't been able to do it so far. We've seen strides with Robert Saleh so far. They look good. They just had a quarterback. They've been having challenges with Zach Wilson. The Jets have made strides. We'll see what the DeMeco Ryans do in Houston. Like, they've been able to make strides with the coaches that they've had. And there's nowhere else to go with Houston. I mean, Ryans is going to have a longer leash than the other two African-American coaches that's been there. Because we know what happened with the other two. But we ain't going to get into that tonight. That's a different show for a different day. But I don't think it's not a loophole at all. I think it's more about the fact that they're trying to get the best candidates, and these candidates just so happen to get these head coaching spots and they win these positions.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Wilkes. Hell, we were about to hire him as our head coach. So why the hell wouldn't they go out there and get him? Like he's a good candidate. These guys that they're getting are good guys. So for whatever reason, it didn't work out with the other scenarios. So.
Yeah, but I think the biggest crime out of all of this is the fact that Wilkes didn't get any other head coaching interviews. That's the biggest crime to me. That's my opinion on it. The biggest crime to me that came out of all of this was the fact that no other team that needed a coach brought that man in for a head coaching interview. That, in my opinion, is the biggest crime. I understand that everybody else is talking about the fact, some folks are talking about the fact that Wilkes wasn't hired, but the biggest crime to me from an NFL standpoint is that nobody brought that man in for an interview for the head coaching job. Nobody. Other than us. That's a travesty, in my opinion. That is a certifiable travesty. And I understand why some folks didn't. But that says a lot.
You know why.
Well, we know why. But that says a lot. That says a lot about some things in itself. Teams don't want defensive coordinators. Houston does. Houston obviously does. They just hired one.
It's a dying thing though. But yeah,
it is. But don't say they don't. When they do. Well, they do because they're bringing them in the interview for head coaching jobs.
I mean,
we brought some in.
It's a couple. Yeah, it's a couple getting jobs.
We brought some in too, guys. So I understand that. I know we're gonna hire. I know more teams are hiring offensive coordinators. I get it. But my point is, you didn't even bring the man in. You didn't bring him in. That's my point. That's the biggest travesty out of all this shit. But that hasn't been discussed enough. And that includes mainstream media. Nobody's really discussed the fact that they didn't bring this man in for a head coaching job interview with all those vacancies. The Cardinals didn't want to bring that man in. Well, we know why they weren't going to bring him in. That was a shit show. They screwed him the first time. You telling me that the Colts wouldn't bring that man in? They're about to hire Jeff Saturday, guys. The Colts are about to hire Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, they're on like the 7th round of interviews, right? Boy, they handle that.
Oh, they're in the 25th round of interviews. They're just as bad as that jersey. They're like the 27th round of interviews.
Oh, wow.
Out here trying to fool some damn body.
Not the throwback.
They out here.
Jersey.
No, man, look, man, they out here. Sitting here. They out here sitting here trying to act like they actually have a freaking process with the owner that they got, trying to convince me that they're not going to hire Jeff Saturday. They're about to hire Jeff Saturday, guys. Why the hell you think Brian Flores went to the Steelers? Like, why do you what are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about here? They're about to hire Jeff Saturday. Why are you trying to delay the inevitable? If you want the guy, just hire the guy. Don't create a front for us. We know you're going to hire him. We get it. You fired a head coach to bring in a guy that's never been a coach before. They only won you one game because you're tight with him. Just hire him. Just hire him. Everybody that worked with him at ESPN said he's a nice guy. So hire him. Make him the coach. Just make him the coach. Man. Just do it. Get on your Nike tip, man. Just do it. Just hire him. And just do it. Quit wasting our time talking about, on the 3rd round of interviews, we're bringing this people. Just say Jeff Saturday's your head coach. Just go ahead and do it. Just do it. It's fine. Just go ahead. Just go ahead and do it. It's fine. We cool. Every single time I see the Colts podcaster talk about the 3rd round interviews, I always retreat, just says Jeff Saturday. Just hire Jeff Saturday. Just be done with it. Quit dragging your fan base like this. We know what you're going to do, guys. Surprise me. And I'll own it. I will own it. If they don't hire Jeff Saturday, I will retweet and I'll say, I was wrong. They actually didn't hire him. But look, maybe somebody's trying to convince Irsay not to do it. Maybe that's what's happening. But if they fire the GM, because maybe the GM's the one trying to convince them not to do it. If they fire the GM and bring in Jeff Saturday, this is going to be a fun ride.
Dave. They call you David A. Smith, yo. They call you David
That's
A.
fine,
Smith.
Bro. You can call me whatever the hell you want. You should have called me David A. Smith when I told y'all Matt Rule was a bad idea. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
That's a fact.
So go ahead. Call me David A. Smith if you want.
Great segue. Let's go ahead and jump into it, Dave. We gotta talk about Hassan Reddick. So Hassan
absolutely,
Reddick.
We gotta talk about Hassan.
So let me get the audio real quick before, because I can get the audio up. Let me just share screen. All right, let me see if I can get this audio real quick. Let's listen to Mr. Hassan Reddick talk about his time in Carolina and him essentially saying he didn't want to leave. But let's listen to this.
After your success in Carolina, what made you want to test the free agency market again? After your success in Carolina, what made you want to test the free agency market?
It wasn't that I wanted to test free agency. Carolina just had other plans and other directions that they wanted to go through.
After your success in Carolina.
Yeah, Dave.
You should play it again for him.
So you want to run it back? All right, here we go.
Nah, run it one more time for him. I want Donald Duck to hit it. I want Donald Duck to hear it specifically.
Carolina, what made you want to test the free agency market?
It wasn't that I wanted to test free agency. Carolina just had other plans and other directions that they wanted to go through.
After your success in Carolina.
All right.
So, Rashad, man, we've been doing this show for a while.
Yeah.
Remind me who has final personnel say during this time frame?
According to Joe Person, sorry, my bad. According to Mr. Joe Person, that would be Matt Rule.
Matt Rule, huh?
Yeah, that's.
I know he's been trying to. I know he's been trying to deny it in the media to try to clean up his image and all. But I think so you would think somebody that would have final personnel say would probably be involved in the decision making of deciding whether or not to try to get an offer to somebody who did go to Temple. Would you think so?
It's just weird, man. I don't know that I fully blame Matt Rule for this. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm the biggest. I don't like Matt Rule. Let's just keep it a buck. I don't know that it was fully Matt Rule. All right, because I feel like they wanted to shift money.
So what?
They had other ideas, right? They talking about they had Dante Jackson. They had all these other guys that got extended outside of Hassan Reddick. And so I think from a money perspective, I think that they said, all right, we can't have. They looked into the future for a second and they said, all right, we about to pay Brian Burns. We got to pay Dante Jackson. We got to play X, Y, and Z. And they're just like, man, we can't play Hassan. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
Here's my thing. Here's where I'm at with it. The one time Rule should have shown his nepotism was with Reddick, but he lets him walk. That is correct, bro. Because he showed his nepotism with freaking Robbie Anderson during this solid holdout. And we saw how that worked out for us. And I stand by that it was a solid holdout. I don't care what you guys say.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too,
bro. It was a solid holdout. I don't care what you guys say. Now, here's my thing, man. Yes, we know, and then somebody on Twitter was like, "We can't pay everybody." No shit. I didn't say we had to pay everybody, but we made decisions where those decisions that the guys that you decided to pay means we couldn't pay others. The decision to not pay Gilmore, the decision to not pay Reddick, and decide to pay Dante Jackson and other folks caused these things to happen. So my thing is this. You gotta think about what makes the most sense. And I think letting somebody who had the year that Hassan Reddick have go was insane. Insanity.
Yeah. And he just doubled down.
That was insanity.
This year. He had a crazy year this year too, man. Everybody complained, oh, he can't set the edge. He's too light. Now look at y'all. Now y'all want him back.
But that's the thing, and that was the thing too. And that's the thing too, right? And this is like the prototypical Rule shit that he does, which is what bothers me about when folks are really trying to give this man a pass over this shit. Like we're out here trying to give this man a pass over this decision making when we just drafted a guy that said that he couldn't play left tackle, said he didn't have long enough arms to play left tackle. Like, come on, guys. Even though he was graded the highest rated guy the year that he was playing left tackle. Had higher PFF grades than Cam Irvin and any other left tackle we played that year, but they never wanted to put the man at left tackle. And y'all know who I'm talking about, too. So this is why I get annoyed, because you guys don't want to blame him for all these things. You're trying to get this man a pass. He out here slandering everybody and anything about what happened with this franchise after he was done dirty and the whole nine when it comes to that. And Reddick straight up said he didn't want to leave. But they even pretty much gave any interest to try to resign the man. So let's not do that. Now, even if you want to say, well, maybe it's because Reddick won his money, it's still 90-10 on rule because they obviously wanted to go in a different direction.
Bro, his contract wasn't even that crazy. It wasn't even that bad.
That's my point. Like, it's just, I just don't understand why you guys keep giving this dude a pass. Like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, you cannot, the rule truthers cannot keep doing this shit. Y'all got to accept that it was a mistake. And we're suffering from this mistake. Like, some mistakes are short-term. This was a long-term mistake. And I'll give him credit when he has good things that he's done. But this was a mistake.
Yeah,
and there's no
bad.
ifs, ands, or buts about it. That man is in a Super Bowl right now, bro. We're going to see his ass play on Sunday. He's probably going to sack Patrick Mahomes.
I'm not gonna let y'all get off. I'm not gonna let some of y'all get off on this though, because a lot of y'all saying, "Oh, now it's a bad thing." A lot of y'all was talking shit about Reddick last year. A lot of y'all,
were.
He can't set the edge.
Hell yeah, y'all
a lot of y'all were.
Where's the pass rush? Dog, go back and watch y'all film.
I said it, bro, Dave. I said it.
Where's the pass rush?
On the sign or walk, I said it. I said, bro, you cannot replace this man's production. I said it, and I posted the clip on Twitter. Bro, I told y'all letting this dude walk was going to be a massive mistake. Y'all complaining he can't set the edge. That's not, bro. It was false, bro. He was solid at doing so. And I told y'all, as soon as y'all going to be asking, where's the pass rush? And that's exactly what happened. Y'all thought it was going to be YGM. Y'all thought it was going to, and Louvu's a solid player. Love Louvu. But, bro, he can't.
Absolutely.
He's not doing what Reddick was doing, yo. He's not, yo.
But imagine if you had Louvu and him. Like, that's my point. Like, you guys, like, we had a solution to the problem. I wanted to resign Gilmore too, but I knew Gilmore wasn't happening as long as Rule was still the coach. I knew that wasn't going to happen as long as Rule was there.
Now we need to run that back. That's a guy we need to run back. We need to call him. Reich need to get on the phone and call Gilmore, and we need to get his ass back in Carolina. Because, bro, first of all, getting him here and didn't use him. We rarely used him, right? And then, so like, then the daggone coach was not respecting his opinion, being a Super Bowl caliber cornerback, all-pro cornerback.
Dog, Shaq slid his ass. Shaq slid Rule's ass under that bus, ran him over, slid him under there again. Dog.
But yeah, man.
Dog, because like, my thing is this.
My fault.
It's all right.
My bad. I thought it was
I'll trade for him. I'll trade it for him. Maybe he wants out after they hire Jeff Saturday. He might be asking for a trade anyway. He might want out soon. Could be, man. But the same people want Reddick gone, or the same people want Burns gone, and will be the same people who wonder why we can't press the QB after both. That's true.
You appreciate appreciate that, A-Cash, because he's right. And now we backed ourselves into a corner where I don't care what y'all say about Burns. You can say all you want to. There's absolutely no circumstance where you let him walk.
You gotta pay him.
He has the most.
You can't.
Reddick leaving created the most leverage for Brian Burns. In fact, Brian Burns, you might as well cut a 2% check over to Reddick for because bro, him leaving essentially cleared the pathway for you getting a major bag. No matter how y'all feel about it, that's what's gonna happen. He's about to get paid, bro. He's about to get paid. And so listen, say what you want.
Donald Duck out here talking about a Temple connection. Man, get out of here with that. This is part of the reason why I wanted Rule fired after the season, by the way. I had no interest in him coming back for a lot of reasons. One, I thought it would impact free agency too much because he had too much personnel decision. He had too much of a final say. I had no interest in him coming back here making stupid ass decisions like letting Reddick walk and not resign. And there's no way Gilmore was coming back with Rule still being the coach. Like that just was not going to happen. So it was best to try to cut ties then and there. Two, he's not an NFL coach. Like he wasn't an NFL coach. We knew he wasn't an NFL coach. And three, all you doing was delaying the inevitable. You were going to fire him at some point in the season anyway. So why in the hell would you bring him back? Like, you pretty much put the team in a state of, oh, well, we kind of know that we're probably going to have to get rid of his ass anyway. We might as well go ahead and do it now. You should have did it at the end of the second season and hired your coach then. Like, it just made no sense how that whole rotation happened. Give Fitterer opportunity to hire a coach. But he did finally get the opportunity. I just hated the way it had to go down. Because I felt like we put ourselves behind the 8 ball. I think we could have put ourselves in a better state of affairs.
We could have figured it out. And not to mention, this is a great point because then you talk about some of the other moves that corresponded with this. You know, the Sam Darnold 5th-year option, that kind of stuff really hurt. Mm-hmm. It caused us to not be able to be flexible with our cap space. So I think we could have made it work, but at the end of the day, the indecision around quarterback and us flopping all over the place the quarterback position just really it hurt more than it helped. So it's tough. That's tough. But real quick, Dave, let's move on from this topic. And before we get into Evero, go ahead. I want to do the sponsors. I want to do Underdog. Yeah. That's what I was gonna get to. I was gonna get to that. So before we get to all that, make sure y'all follow us at Panther Nation PC, all platforms, Twitter, blah 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 blah. If you want to become a Patreon, patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Again, we have an exclusive interview with Zach from the Blue Buzz podcast talking about the Senior Bowl and some of the prospects, the lesser known prospect from FCS, excuse me. So go ahead, check that out. It'll be available tomorrow to free agents. Right now, it's available for MVP folks and franchise folks. I will be doing a next week. Next week we'll be doing a MVP giveaway. So stay tuned for that. We'll jersey something. We'll give away. So find something to give away. All right. Shout out to the free agents again. You all will get that interview tomorrow. All right. Dave, let's run this joint real quick.
What's going on, guys? This is Dave from PNP, and I'm here to talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. I just want to remind you that this is the place to play. Ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money night, utilizing higher lowers in the pick'em game. And now they have pick'em insurance, where while you won't win the same amount of money that you did before, you can miss one and still bring home some money. So if you do it three times, you can potentially still get your money back if you end up missing one. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up today. And use the code PNP when you do. $100 deposit match still stands. Underdog Fantasy. I know y'all love that echo of the Underdog Fantasy. That was hilarious. You guys got the. Yeah, it was. It absolutely was. I know. Here's one thing for sure, man. There's a big game coming on Sunday, man. So there's a lot of opportunities for higher lowers for the pick'em game. And I believe there's an opportunity to get a. I gotta double check, but I think there's an opportunity. For there's a big game promo for Jalen Hurts. It'll go live on Thursday at 10 a.m. The most you can put in is $20. That helps you with your higher lowers for your pick'ems, as long as he has more than a half of total yards. So there you go, man. So if you haven't signed up yet, you need to go ahead and sign up now. And when you do, make sure you use the code PNP when you do. It really helps out the channel, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. All right, let's run it back real quick. Let's talk about this coaching staff, Dave. Because right now, I love what's happening right now with the coaching staff. I got to be honest with you. And we knew that we had requested an interview with my man Ejiro Evero, but it's just one thing to see it actually come to fruition. And the reason why I like this hire so much, let me tell you why I like this hire so much. And I posted this on Twitter, but I'll say it here. We prioritize getting the best guys over prior relationships. And that's what I like. The other guy that was just here, Oh, let me go get the guys that I worked with in the past. Let me go get XYZ. This guy I work with. I don't believe there's a connection between Evero and Reich. If there is, please somebody let me know, because I don't think there's. Go ahead.
I don't think so. But his lineage, he's coached. He's a Fangio baby.
Right. No, and not only that, Wade Phillips too. This man has been around elite defensive minds. So what product of Wade Phillips, Vic Fangio, this guy, man, if he brings that here, bro, and he's young too. Not only that, we talked about the 49ers and their farming system. This guy was getting interviews, head coaching interviews. So if he stays 2 years and then he gets out of here, guess what? That's comp picks for your boys. So we need to make sure that we now, and I think, truth be told, I think that was part of the plan too. This guy was legit getting head coaching interviews. He was getting interviews.
But real talk, he might mess around and get a job next year, because he was getting a lot of head coach interviews this year, bro. So if he comes here and he has Carolina's defense balling better than what they did this year, he might be out of here in a year, which means we won't get a 3rd round pick, because he has to be here 2 years for us to get that 3rd round pick.
Yep.
2 seasons. So he got a lot of interviews this year. So, and the thing is, everybody's been talking about, when we were going through all the resumes, everybody was talking about Ben Johnson and Shane and all them other guys. I know the other guys were offensive guys. This guy had more experience than all of them, just on the defensive side of the ball. That's like the only. He's got way more experience than all the other young offensive gurus you guys want. So from that standpoint, this guy is probably going to get a job very soon if he keeps it up.
Yeah, bro. He literally got his shit from the dirt. Like, he was a coaching assistant here. He was a quality control guy. Like, he literally worked his way all the way up to now defensive coordinator. He was defensive coordinator with the Broncos too, but he's on his way to becoming a head coach within the next couple of years. So I think we do need to strike while the iron's hot. Our window is open, and he may decide to hang around, and ride with the Panthers for a little bit. But I love this hire. I love hire. I think it was, again, the best guy out there, and again, prioritizing getting the best guys over nepotism. I love that, bro. And it's easier said than done, because now you gotta figure out what, how the head coach wants shit done, and it's not easy, and it could implode. But I feel like, again, this guy has too much experience. He's been around some of the greatest minds in the NFL, defensive minds in the NFL, and I feel like this guy is definitely going to be a solid. He's going to have his defense going. Bro. It's a great hire. I love this hire.
So I love this hire. The only question I have is, what is he going to switch this thing to 3-4?
Yep, that was exactly where I was going. So the question is, and we've heard him talk about his philosophy and about putting the best players in putting your players in the best positions to see he can kind of formulate his defense, whether it's 3-4 or 4-3, just getting the guys in the best positions to see. Now, it has been said a lot. Like, we have been talking about 3-4 in Carolina for a long time. We briefly moved over with Rivera. We know, because I believe didn't Tepper make him switch to 3-4? Yeah. Tepper, so we briefly did it, but we have not visited that. Now, I mean, we play multiple here in Carolina, so you got the 3-3-5, all that other stuff. But I wonder what we're gonna do with this, because you think about the guy. Everybody's been saying this since we talked about Brian Burns. Brian Burns, you make him stand up, right? It's gonna change some things. It puts him in a different. It puts him in a different space. He's a little bit wider, right? He uses his speed a little bit better. I think, I feel like, bro, I feel like making the switch.
If he's standing, he's different, bro.
I feel like making the switch is gonna be, because. Go ahead.
No, he can play both. He can play both. He can play 3-4 or 4-3. Burns can play both. He'll be standing in a 3-4 though. I ain't have too much to say other than that. He can definitely play both.
Yeah, I feel like, and this actually is fun. Real quick, let's address this. Jack, he says Eagles are cheap. Each of y'all picks for Panthers starting QB in 2023. Let's hit that real quick, Dave. Pause. Eagles and
Oh,
Chiefs, who you got?
God. I want to see Hurts do it, but I want to see Mahomes do it too. I'm so conflicted right now, man. I'm gonna pick Philadelphia only because of their pass rush. Like I think the Chiefs' offensive line has improved, but the Eagles have done a phenomenal job getting to the quarterback this season. And I think if they cause Mahomes fits, it's gonna be a long day for the Eagles. And the Chiefs' defense might not be able to counteract what the Eagles can do. So I'm gonna take the Eagles in this one. I think the Chiefs might have. I think if the Chiefs abandon running the ball, it's gonna be Rap City for them. Mahomes is gonna get slaughtered. Their line is gonna be better because when they played the Bucs, they didn't have a line. But I think the Eagles are gonna win this game. Starting quarterback. Oh God, bro. See, man, I don't want to answer that question because of I want the Patreons to see the Blue Blood show, so I'm going to defer. I'm deferring because I expressed my opinion about that whole situation on the Blue Blood show, so I'm deferring. Become a Patreon because we had a really good discussion about the quarterback situation to Carolina during that show as well.
Yep.
So I'm deferring that second answer. What about you, man?
I'm going Eagles. No long explanation. I think they got a better defense. Hobbled Mahomes. It's going to be a long day for the Chiefs, in my opinion. But wouldn't be surprised if they pulled out the victory. But I really don't care, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. All right, so going back to Evero.
I care, man. I care. It's gonna be a good game. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't care who wins. Could care less. But going back to this 3-4. We talked about Brian Burns, but what about the other guys in this defense? So you talk about Barno, you talk about Haynes.
What about YGM? Do you think he could be a DE in this defense?
I think so. I think he could. I think he might fit better there, to be honest with you, because I think he may be better at a 3-tech defensive end. That's just my opinion, bro. Yeah, or 5. I think he can go out. I think it would help him tremendously. The problem is that we're going to this defense. I don't think we have the nose tackle, right? I think Derek Brown.
That's the dilemma.
I don't think we have the pause. And McCall could be that. Like Marquand McCall.
Oh, McCall could definitely be the guy.
He could be the guy. I don't know, bro. I have to see it. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not an X's and O's guy. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like I'm the X's and O's guru.
But remember, the role of the nose tackle is to eat up space.
Yeah,
that's the job. That's the job of the nose tackle. And the first step to eating up space, other than the technique side of the fence, is having the girth and the size. Pause. And McCall has that. He just got to get the technique down. So McCall, if we don't draft one, McCall's the guy. And is there anybody worth taking that high in the draft? Is there a nose tackle worth taking that high in the draft?
Nah, not that high.
Not
no.
9.
What do you mean high? Hell no. No, sir. No. Definitely not.
Second round?
Definitely not. I would say later, maybe day 2, day 3, but definitely not.
So maybe we might have to get one with free agency then. We might have to get a.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just think that I think we got some holes to fill if we want to run it successfully. But I think Brandon Smith would benefit from it. He would benefit from the move. I mean, Luvu, Shaq. I think we got the guys. It's just a matter of, can we up front? Can we win up front? And YGM's a question mark. I think we need another. And you could slide Derek Brown out to the other end and then have a side. I mean, that's tough, bro. That's tough. But Derek Brown could play. I think he could do it, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
And a nose tackle doesn't. In a perfect world, you want your nose tackle to be triple teamed, not double teamed. In a perfect world, you want him to take over. You want him to take 3 guys, not 2.
Yeah.
But appreciate the super chat, Joel. But I love this hire, bro. Like when I saw when I saw he got the job, I was elated. I was so happy, bro. You don't understand. I was up in arms when I saw this hire. I was excited. Well, yeah, we got to get a guy.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we gotta get a guy for sure. We gotta get a guy. So real quick, here are the current. Still got a long way to go. We still got a long way to go. So I quickly want to talk about offensive coordinator, Dave, because we tried to we requested an interview for Jim Bob Cooter, but I think personally our offensive coordinator is coming from one of these teams that play on Sunday. I don't know which side. I mean, Brian Johnson's name's been thrown out there, but I think what's taking so long.
He might go to college. He might go to college.
I saw that too. I saw that Notre Dame. Yeah, I saw the Notre Dame thing. But why would he go from offensive coordinator in the NFL to offensive coordinator in college? Nah, man. You think they gonna offer a bigger bag than what Tepper can? Nah. Hell nah. You're bugging.
Okay.
They're not going to offer a bigger bag than Tepper can.
Okay. Them boosters don't play, bro. We ain't talking about North Carolina and T.
But Tepper don't play either, bro.
Name boosters. I'm not doubting that, but he's already on the owner's bad side. You think how much you think the owners enjoyed the fact that Matt Rule suing Tepper for $5 million? I'm pretty sure they enjoyed the hell out of that shit. They look. The NFL sent that memo out to the owners for Tepper to tell them to quit hiring these damn coaches and not paying them and firing them so quickly. That was for folks like Tepper and that owner in Denver, the new owner in Denver. Why be I'm telling you, the bag. A lot of these OCs in college can get a lot of money, bro. And I know what you're saying. Tepper could definitely match or pay more. There's no question about that. But the question is, will he?
I don't
think Brian Johnson.
I don't believe that.
Why would that? Bro. Why would Brian Johnson even consider going to Notre Dame then? Come on, dog. He's already.
Dave, where did that report come from?
I have no idea.
Exactly. I don't even believe that crap, bro. I don't even believe. I don't know where it came from. I believe it's all cap. This dude's about to play. He's about to win a Super Bowl as a quarterbacks coach. This dude ain't going to no daggone Notre Dame, bro. That's cap, bro. Get out. Come on, B. Get out of here, man. Ain't nothing but some cap, bro. Brian Johnson, I believe he's on tap to be the offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. Oh, I've seen Nagy too. Nagy too. Yeah, I think Nagy. So shout out to Helen Keller's dog. She said Matt Nagy's a possibility, or Matt Nagy's a possible. I have heard his name out there. What happens to McAdoo if we hire someone? I didn't see anything about him getting fired. Well, you give him the pink slip. Give him the pink slip. Get up out of here, McAdoo. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you. But yeah, so I personally think that somebody from Sunday is going to get a job that's going to be coaching on Sunday is going to get a job here with the Carolina Panthers as offensive coordinator. That's just my personal opinion. And then everything else will flow from there. Quarterbacks coach, I think camping, you got to keep. We obviously kept camping around. That's dope. Look at Dave still scrolling, trying to find out where that report came from. Look at him.
Nah, I didn't like.
He's sweating. He's sweating.
I know. I found it. I found it, and I didn't like the source.
Yo, look, he's sweating like a mother. He's still scrolling. He's trying to find somewhere else.
No, I didn't like the first source I saw.
Yeah, you capping, bro.
I didn't like the first source I saw.
Cap. Come on, man. We got 600 people watching, man. You gotta be more responsible, bro. Come on, B. Eric says,
I'm more responsible than most.
Who do you want realistically?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't know who I want realistically because I honestly want Frank Reich to call the plays. I really do, because he's a pretty good play caller. But I just don't know if that's what we're gonna end up getting. I'll be honest. Like I want Coach Reich to call the plays because he's a really good play caller.
But same, but
Like, so,
in that same,
and the thing is,
in that same,
Brian Johnson never called plays either. No, Brian Johnson never called plays.
But Dave,
So,
I don't care. I don't care. Give me Brian Johnson, because guess what? The offense good. Guess who gonna get picked up? No matter if he played calls or not. If we nice, that's another third round pick. I'll take that. Give me that. Give me that third round pick, dog. You gotta play the game. And in fact, Deuce Staley is still available to potentially be. And I think they haven't announced it yet with him being offensive coordinator, because I still think they're trying to figure out, again, like I said, one of the guys on Sunday is going to be our offensive coordinator. So I think they're trying to figure out where to put Deuce. Deuce could be the running backs coach, obviously. Moved here because his mom is sick or whatever, so he's being closer to home. So it's a lateral move for him. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Man. I'm excited. I really don't care. I don't care who. Go ahead, Dave. You found a source for your junk?
Football scoop.
Who the hell is that?
Football scoop. They're pretty good, actually. Football scoop reports that former Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich and Philadelphia Eagles quarterbacks coach Brian Johnson are names to monitor for the job. So
football scoop. Man, I ain't never. Man, Come on, B. That's some cat.
Oh no, football scoop's pretty good. Football scoop pretty good. They reported when Sam Washington got fired. They were the first ones to report that Sam Washington got let go. You can cap all you want. Cap. They're pretty good. That's good.
Cap, bro.
Their sources are pretty.
It took you 30 minutes to find some a reliable source.
No, I had another one. I had another one, but I didn't like that one. That one was kind of like So I had to make sure. But they does say they prefer to stay in the NFL. There's other coaches that are interested in the offensive coordinator.
No shit. But duh.
Yeah. I mean, they just lost their guy, right? They just recently lost the OC. So,
So
football school. Just look them up.
This is a very good point. The amount of coaches that have Super Bowl rings on this team is exciting to see. I agree too. That's dope.
Do agree.
Love to see it. I love to see it, and just continue to get those guys. They know what it takes. If you build a staff full of Super Bowl rings, they know what it takes to get here. So get to the ring. Excuse me. So I'm excited to see defensive staff.
I hate football scoop.
Bro, we done with football scoop. We done with you and football scoop, Dave. Relax. We done with that. Bro. Moving on from football scoop.
Y'all hate no football scoop, man. They're actually pretty good. I will say that. There's sources all over the country. They post different sources across the country based on different reports. They have links to different articles depending on what it is. They're actually pretty good. All jokes aside. I know y'all got jokes on me because I said it and y'all want to cap me on great, but look up football scoop.
Sorry, I'm looking for I know, because we're moving over to the defensive side of football. I know we're in the process of hiring their linebackers coach, the Broncos linebackers coach, Peter Hansen. That's a name to watch to become linebackers coach. He just got relieved of his duties, or I think he's allowed to go and start doing interviews. So that should be interesting. Yeah, they parted ways. So the Broncos have parted ways with them. He played basketball actually, and played football. So that's one to watch. Keep an eye on that. As far as everything else, I have no idea. All
right, yeah, we got a lot of vacancies, but like I said, we'll probably have more answers.
Get that out of here, man. Nobody care about no football scoop, man.
I'm having fun with you. I'm having fun. So did anybody is anybody else looking for an OC other than us? Oh, there's a couple teams, right? Do we have any competition for Brian Johnson?
I'm quite sure we do. I'm quite sure there's a couple of teams looking to fill their OC roles.
Would you be random question for you? Because there's been talks that there's other offensive coordinators that are working that might be looking to make a change for other reasons, like Eric Bieniemy, because some feel that he might want to potentially get off of behind Andy Reid to have the opportunity to be a head coach? Would you have any interest in Eric Bieniemy being an OC for us? Would you be interested in that at all?
I don't know. I mean, it's just
But he would probably be in the same boat if Frank's calling the plays.
If Reich calling the play, if Reich's calling the plays, I don't care who is OC. And I think that's what they're trying to feel out right now. Who can we get that's gonna be cool with me potentially calling the plays? I don't care who office coordinator is. I honestly don't. Put Deuce there for all I care. It doesn't really matter to me.
The Deuce Staley situation is interesting. I'm curious to see where they're going to put him.
It's interesting that they have not. Go
ahead. No, you got it.
No, I'm just gonna say it's interesting to see that they have not given him an official role yet. I mean, he's on staff. He's not on the website yet. But it's still interesting to see kind of where he ends up. I think it's just weird how we're not really weird because I get it, but it's just interesting how we're kind of dragging this along with the quarterbacks. With the offensive coordinator role.
I got time. I mean, we got time. It's gonna be interesting to see because I think a lot of folks are assuming Brian Johnson, but the reality is that depending on what happens, because there's a couple head coach vacancies that are still open. So there's a lot of moving pieces. So there's a lot of things that can happen between now and then. There's no assumption that we're going to be able to get Brian Johnson. So, but we'll see. I think I'm more intrigued about who the quarterback coach is going to be more than anything else, to be honest with you. Because that's going to be the key if we're out here trying to draft a quarterback. Who the hell the quarterback coach is going to be?
Yeah.
That's probably the most important job out of the vacancies that we're talking about if we're out here serious about drafting a quarterback. You know? I know we got Frank Reich as the head coach, but that quarterback coach is probably going to be the guy that's going to be with the new quarterback day to day. Right. So that's going to be the curious elephant in the room, so to speak.
Nah, Nixon is not the running back coach. Nobody's listed on the website. Only person that's listed on the website. Nobody's on the website. Campin and Tabor have been announced, but even they not on the website. It's a lot of moving parts.
Because I thought Nixon was still on the contract, technically.
Bro, they all on the. That don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean anything. Wilkes was on the contract until what? The other day? That don't mean shit. That this will be fire though, because Pro is in Greensboro. Ricky Pro is in Greensboro, and we give him a call to come back. That would be fire. He was the best wide receiver coach we've had. So it would be cool to bring him back. I'm not sure if he has interest in coming back.
Yeah, that's the
maybe thing. We get his son or something like that. And he coach his son. I don't know. He said, "I take a teenager with imagination for OC." I mean, it really don't matter.
Oh God,
it don't matter who's gonna be OC, bro.
You think we're gonna see John Fox come back, man, or Dom Capers come back, bro?
Yeah, I seen the Dom Capers stuff. Dom Capers is interesting because he's been an assistant or a senior advisor for the past 4 years with 4 different teams. So it'll be interesting.
So is John Fox. John Fox was on right staff too.
Fox and Capers, bring them both back.
That would be wild if we get them both back, bro. You want to talk about
that? Would be wild. Yeah,
that would be wild, bro. Most of the fan base is most of the fan. We might change the logo. Might as well get the old school logo and just call it a day.
I was just gonna say that we might as well just put the throwbacks on for next season. Just run it back.
Pretty much. Somebody said bring back Brinson Burson as wide receiver coach. He didn't know how to run routes. I'll say that. Burson knew how to catch a ball during training camp. There's no doubts about that. But all right.
Yeah, as long as he's staying away from the plays and the patented 3rd down and 10 draw play, I'm cool with it.
Well, he's gonna be coaching defense, so we ain't got to worry about that, man.
Just keep him away from Reich. Keep him away from Reich. That's all I'm asking. Keep him away. Keep him away from Reich. All right. Do y'all want to run a that's all I'm asking, bro. Do y'all want to run a mock?
Yeah. Let's run a mock.
Shoot.
Let's run a mock.
We'll run a quick mock before we get up out of here because that's all the topics I had. But I am excited for the. I'm extremely excited for the this coaching staff. I think it's super dope that we getting the right guys in here, and I appreciate it. So let's run this mock real quick, and we'll get up out of here for tonight. All right. Let's see. Let's get it started.
Trade or no
let's
trade?
get it. Trade or no? We'll do a no trade. We did a trade last time, so we'll do a no trade this time. We'll do a no trade this time.
No trade. Let's go.
So no trades this time. And here we are. Let's just quickly scroll back up to see Jalen Carter, Bryce Young, Tyree Wilson, CJ Stroud at 4, Will Anderson, Brian Breezy, Will Levis, Miles Murphy, and then it's now the Panthers on the clock. At this point, with no trades, what do? Richardson's at 11. Do y'all go Anthony Richardson? Or because it's really nobody else? I mean, in all honesty, the tackle Paris Johnson Jr. is cool, but I'm cool on tackle at top 10. Branch as a safety, I don't know. At this point, it gotta be Richardson, don't it?
Either it's Richardson or you trade back.
We could try trade. We trade back would be crazy.
Saints?
Is it official?
I don't know if he's officially going to the Saints, but there's talks that he's trying to get over it. Let me see. Let me check.
Yeah. I've seen
that for Football Scoop.
Yeah, don't do Football Scoop, bro.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah. Oh no, they invited him. They've invited him. It ain't nothing.
Nah, there's talks that
so they're doing due diligence.
Oh, okay. We didn't even talk about Shaq. What about Shaq? What did Shaq do?
Oh, Shaq responding to folks on Twitter.
Oh, about him getting released?
Yeah. That's all it was, man. Wasn't no biggie. No big deal.
Oh man, he ain't gonna get released.
No big deal.
They'll probably extend him. Because they can extend him, right? They can restructure him.
He would have to. No, he can't get restructured because he's on the final year deal. Well, we could add 40 years onto them. We could technically do it. I wouldn't call it the best idea, but I would probably extend him. Just extend him, man. That's all I would do. Extend him and call it day. But we're in mock draft season, Dave. We can't. Oh, let's trade. Y'all want to trade back?
What options we got, man? Well, the question is there somebody else you're willing to take later if Richardson gets taken? Like, that's the question. So ask yourself.
Can we trade back to 11 and still get Richardson? And get what could we get? Let's see what we could get.
Philadelphia is not going to take.
Yeah,
you could go back and take him at 11. Philadelphia's not.
So we would get an extra third. We get an extra third.
You can't get an extra second.
Nah, they don't. They're not going to take that.
Aww.
So that's the most attractive one. Unless I can talk to Philly. Let's see. Yeah, Philly. No, I'm not trading. We can go back to 12. Nah, I ain't messing with 12, bro. Let's see. 9, 33. Nope. 65.
Is that a better pick than what Philly offered?
Philly didn't offer anything. It was
a 3rd round pick, right?
It was the
not Philly. I mean, Titans.
I mean Titans. Excuse me, Titans. It was 72 for them.
Oh no! I'd rather go to 12. Get a better pick. None of these guys before.
No, if you take out a 12, if you go to 12, then you're not getting Richardson.
Why not?
You're not getting
Who's
Richardson.
taking a quarterback before?
And then the Titans.
Philly and the Titans ain't gonna take a quarterback.
Shit.
They're not taking a quarterback at 11.
All right, we're gonna trade back. We're gonna trade back, bro. And if we trade to 12, it's on your ass. It's on you, bro.
You gotta be ahead of the Jets. It's on you. Titans ain't gonna take a quarterback.
It's on you. It's on you, bro. All right, here we go. And we not accounting for who could trade up, who could trade in Philly spot and take somebody could trade up in the Philly spot and take them. All right, Dave. This is Dave's doing. This is Dave's doing right here.
Full responsibility. I'll take it. Let's go.
He still got him. He still got him.
He's there, right?
He's there.
Exactly.
He's there.
Take him.
So Paris Johnson, Brian Branch, Quentin Johnston, and now Anthony Richardson.
They don't need a quarterback,
so
man. They got Malik. We got Malik Willis, man.
So trade back, and we still were able to get
picks.
Richardson at 12. We got one additional third-round pick, so we're gonna take Richardson there. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Little chess move right there. All right, now we are back in the second round. And what are we gonna do here, Dave? Cornerback, Mozzie Smith.
Man, I love that.
We talked about nose tackle. Go ahead.
Oh, is that a nose tackle? That
I don't know if Mozzie's a nose. I don't know if Mozzie's a nose tackle per se.
If Mozzie's a nose tackle, that's the pick.
Mozzie is. Let me see. Mozzie is 6'3", 337. He could probably swing it.
Oh yeah. You need to take.
He could probably swing it.
Oh no,
he could probably swing it.
Nah, you get him.
They said they want Darnell Washington, man. They want the tight end, bro. They want the tight end. So what do we do, bro?
You need to take the DT.
All right,
that's a reach.
They saying we can hold off on nose. They said we can hold off on the nose. Which they said they want Washington, bro. They saying they want the tight end, bro.
That is a reach.
They saying make it happen.
That is
bro.
a reach. We can trade back and get him. We can trade back.
See, trade back again. It wouldn't be the first time. Let's see, 45. There's only one pick. What can we get for one pick?
So we get 78.
Nope, 78's a no-go. We can get what's 116? I don't know what 116 is.
Nah, F all that. Man, I think it's a reach. I personally think we should get the tackle, but whatever. Y'all are tripping.
Nah.
You guys see this. So when you guys be out here complaining about no pass rush, talking about you want a tight end that we haven't shown that we've been able to use. Frank Reich barely used tight ends in Indy. And you out here trying to take a goddamn tight end. Y'all are shameless.
They're saying edge or cornerback too. Edge or
y'all
cornerback.
Need a DT. We just hired a DC that primarily plays the 3-4, and you guys are out here now trying to get pieces that we need. We got guys that can stand up. We got defensive ends that can play on the edge. We need somebody in the middle to eat up the freaking middle. We need to take him.
All right.
We need to take Mozzie.
All right, Dave says Mozzie Smith. Is that what y'all with?
Y'all are tripping.
They saying Mozzie, bro.
Mozzie.
All right. Dave says Mozzie. Dave says Mozzie, yo.
I don't understand. Y'all got y'all quarterback. Y'all actually our quarterback. Y'all got y'all quarterback. Y'all need to take Mozzie.
Dave says Mozzie, so we went with Mozzie. All right, let's keep going. Garrett Williams. I love Garrett Williams.
We're gonna have McCall play every down. That's what we're doing. We're gonna have McCall play every down. I agree. We need linebackers. We need.
So for me right here, I gotta go Zach Harrison if it's me. There's a couple of linebackers. Derek Hall too is another guy I like, but I think Zach Harrison gives you flexibility, can play that 5 tech just in case something doesn't work out with YGM. I think Zach Harrison could be it. But also I like Garrett Williams as well.
I have no problem taking an edge rusher. I do agree we got to get a linebacker at some point. But we got 2 picks coming up, so we can get an edge and a linebacker if there's a linebacker good enough to available.
I think I got to go Harrison right here, bro.
Then take Harrison, and let's hope that the linebacker's still there. There's a linebacker.
Yeah, I'm going Harrison. So we right back. We right back here, though, real quick.
Yeah,
right back.
That's the guy. What's up with Hanley, man?
Garrett Williams went, though. I don't know Hanley
what
like that.
What about Hanley?
I don't know him like that. I do know about tight end. You got Laporta, who I really like. I like Laporta.
Everybody's saying Hanley, bro. Some folks are saying Hanley. We might need to get this linebacker. Yeah, because we need to get a linebacker. Everybody complain about not taking a linebacker. You gotta have a space eater, bro. Like if you don't have everybody complained about not taking a linebacker last time.
Nah, I think linebacker. I think linebacker is good though, because if you look us switching to a 3-4, it changes
Look,
things
if
a little
Jared,
bit.
if Jared says Hanley's good, I'm good with it. Take Hanley, yo.
Let me just look him up real
Jared
quick.
says he's
And he was
good?
at the he was at the Senior Bowl.
I got to use the restroom real quick. Yeah, he was at the Senior Bowl.
Let me see. Hanley was 6'1", 230. I don't know, y'all. J. Cole says, I just found the Saints got permission to meet with Derek Carr. Yes. Yes, the Saints have got permission to meet with Derek Carr. Congratulations to them. They're still going to be trash. Not worried about them at all. So all right. I'm gonna go with Hanley since that's what y'all saying. I still need a tight end. Pause. All right, here we go. Back on the clock. See, this is who I was waiting for. Noah Sewell. I should have went Laporta and picked up Sewell because that's who I really want. That's who I really wanted. That's who I was looking for. Nah, we don't need that. We don't need that many more.
Man, take Sewell. The more the merrier.
Nah.
I'm
looking at A.T. Perry. Looking at A.T.
him.
Perry here, though. A.T. Perry.
You know we're going to rotate him. I don't know why we out here tripping like we ain't going to rotate these guys.
Nah, you messed that up. Shouldn't listen to you.
Oh.
I should have took Laporta, came back and got Noah. It's all good though. A.T. Perry. What I don't know what tight end options are available. Let me see. We lacking at tight end because they didn't want Darnell Washington.
Nope, sure didn't.
Still got Cade Stover. Interesting pick there.
I already got y'all sexy pick with your quarterback in the first round.
Kuntz is out there too. All right, so what y'all thinking? They're saying that tight end was like 6'7". They said we need a cornerback or a DB. I think they're right on that too. Appreciate the super chat at Cash. So let's look at cornerbacks. Clark Phillips, Christopher Smith. Yeah, I ain't liking none of these daggone. It's no cornerbacks I'm looking at taking here. Not in this range. They're saying Clark Phillips from Utah. Let me see. Is that a reach? I'm doing a lot of scrolling here to get to him.
Who?
Clark Phillips. Short, but he nice. Chris Smith. Let me just filter here. It's saying Clark Phillips. I like Riley Moss to be. I'm gonna wait on Riley Moss to be honest with you. If I'm gonna take a cornerback, it's probably gonna be Riley Moss. To be honest with you, he's the guy I like the most. Nobody else is really. All right, let me go back. So they're saying Clark Phillips, Dave. Y'all want?
Take him. If we need a corner that bad, take him.
All right, I'm gonna go Clark Phillips because y'all want Clark Phillips so
bad. Y'all want him so
bad.
bad. Since y'all beat me up about not taking the tight end and not taking the dang on other position.
All right, so we got a cornerback. Span forward that's who they're saying. Span forward, who's a tight end, 6'7". I don't know nothing. I don't know much about him, but if that's what y'all want, we'll take him. We'll take Brevin Span forward. Here we go. Who else? I like Riley Moss, man. I might double dip, bro. I see wide receiver
You got that much.
safety in
You
there.
got that much fun. You got that much faith. You got that much faith in Dante Jackson, huh? Or C.J. Henderson.
Xavier Hutchinson. Let me see. I like Ronnie Bell coming off. I know he's got injured, but he's pretty nice. What's the kid we were talking about?
The wide receiver from what? Princeton.
Princeton, yeah.
I think he already went. He already went.
Did he go?
He was in the round before. Yeah, he already went. I saw him earlier. His name escapes me, but I saw him earlier. He probably already went because he was closer to the higher end of the rankings. You could double check though, but I'm pretty sure he's already went. Just type Princeton. It might show up.
Yeah, so I'm tied between Xavier Hutchinson and Moss. Those are two guys. They're saying Spears. Who is Spears? Nah, I'm not taking the running back. Sorry.
No, we ain't taking the running backs, bro. We got running backs. We got more than enough of those.
All right, let me make a pick here. I like Moss, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Double dipping the cornerback.
Yeah, take him. I mean, I would take. If you want the wide receiver, I would take Hutchinson. I would take the wide receiver here. I would take Hutchinson.
Foreman ain't gone. We can re-sign him. Who ya? Who is? Let me see. We do need O-line depth too, though. So what y'all think? Xavier Hutchinson or
I would take the receiver.
another Toto still there too.
Oh, you want to double dip on linebacker? It's on? Bruh. We need depth at this point, though. But I think we should take the wide receiver. We could use another wide receiver.
So tackle depth. Football.
I say wide receiver.
Okay, so I'm seeing the name Tank Dell a lot too. Tank Dell. Let me see, where'd he go?
See, y'all got jokes, but y'all got these jokes about football scoop. But yeah, Top Dog's right, bro. We probably should have took the principal receiver over that tight end. We should have took the principal receiver over the tight end. But y'all so hell bent on getting a damn tight end. Y'all so hell bent on getting this tight end.
Oh, say Tank.
And by the way, folks are talking about.
I just kept seeing his name.
Folks out here. Yeah, but he gone now. But folks out here talking about Ebron was a Pro Bowler. But Ebron was a Pro Bowler because of all the touchdowns he got. But, you know, because tight ends it's a wasteland type of situation when you talk about tight ends. So,
all right, so they're saying I'm gonna go with tackle depth here. It's either tackle depth or Riley Moss. That's what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna go with the tackle. I'm gonna go with Jared Kingston. I don't know much about the kid, but I'm gonna roll with that. So we in the 5th round here, and we back on the clock just like that. Could go back. We can go with linebacker again. So To'o, who was solid. I know, and then Trey Dean. I'm probably gonna go Trey Dean here too. I'm not gonna hold y'all. When's our next pick? Yeah, I think Trey Dean is my pick
147.
here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Trey Dean. I'm not gonna waste time on that.
Go ahead, take Trey Dean. Yeah, don't waste time.
I think Trey Dean. I'm not bar not moving. All right, back on the clock again. Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell still out there?
You could have got Will Mallory, man.
Your boy Isaiah Land. Talked about him on the pod yesterday.
We did talk about him on the show yesterday, man. And Aubrey Miller.
We didn't take a while. I'll take Bell here. Bell, I like Ronnie Bell. I'll take Bell right here.
We're gonna take Bell.
They're saying Bell or Edge. No. We took an Edge earlier. I take Bell.
So why not take another? We need it, dude. We're about to transform our defense. we probably need to double up on a lot of things.
Nah, I think we got a lot of guys that could actually, like guys like Barno.
Play it. Yeah, I agree.
So like I don't think it's as dire if we decide to switch.
Yo, go back up. 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 I want him.
Man, why are you
Hunter. I want the fullback from North Dakota State.
You want a fullback, Dave?
Dakota State. Hell yeah, I want him. Hell yeah, I want him. That guy's different, bro.
This is Dave's pick. Dave wants a fullback.
That guy's different.
Dave wants his fullback, so I'm gonna give him his fullback. That's Dave. That's a Dave pick.
That is a Dave pick. Y'all never watched North Dakota State. It's okay, guys. People do still play fullback, sir.
Right.
We put an offensive lineman on one. We put an offensive lineman at fullback during the Wilkes era. It probably got a higher grade than some of your picks. Why you hating? What my fullback grade look like, man?
Probably a damn F. But here we go. Let's walk through it. A+ for the trade back. We still got an A+ to take Anthony Richardson. Mozzie Smith got a C. Not a good pick there according to PFF. Zach Harrison A-. Hanley pick got a B-. Clark Phillips got a C. The tight end pick got an A-. The tackle pick got a C+. Trey Dean. There you go, Dave. You got a C+. Ronnie Bell,
C?
B-.
C?
Trey Dean, C. Not too bad.
I got hired in your little corner. You know what I'm saying? Hired in your little safety. Hating on my fullback. I mean, you talking this 7th-round pick.
A grade according to PFF. This ain't my favorite mock draft, but it is what it is.
You know. Well, I like the trade back to still get Richardson, though. In high school, I did, bro. In high schools, I got C's. I definitely got C's in high school. Absolutely. But when I got the AT, it was a different ball game. It was. It absolutely was. Look, I'll take the blame. I wanted the fullback. I watched that game with North Dakota State versus A&T, and I watched a couple North Dakota State games. That fullback's legit, bro. Dude could the grade you. He could run the ball whenever you need to. He could go out and freaking catch balls out the backfield.
Pause on that, man. Goodness gracious.
Dude could play.
Yeah, he said like Kincaid, McDonald, and Gibbs. Yeah, those are all solid guys. All right, real quick, I do want to say this before we shut this thing down. I want to say this. We are going to have some more interviews coming up. I'm in talks with some folks. Dave's in talks with some more folks as well. So if you are not subscribed to Patreon, you might want to consider doing so. I know we haven't been posting a lot on Patreon, and we haven't been giving y'all a lot of exclusive stuff, but it's coming back. A lot of that stuff is about to come back. So if you aren't Patreon, consider joining. A lot of good stuff. I'm going to hit up a lot of people that we've spoken to in the past to try to bring them back. Same thing with Steve Smith. Steve Smith, if you can recall, wanted to do a show with us. We're going to hit him back, see if we can get a draft show done with him. So stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. A lot of good stuff coming. A lot of good stuff coming. All right, anything else, Dave?
Man, I'm looking forward to it. Nah, I'm good. I'll stand by, but we should just keep it at this time slot.
We'll see. We'll see if that's possible.
Oh, Lord.
We'll see if that's possible. He said, "Can we interview Matt Rule? I wouldn't waste my breath interviewing Matt Rule, dog.
I don't want to.
No chance.
And the thing is, it is not because of how I feel about him. It's just I just don't want to. I just have no interest in doing so. I just know. Like, I don't know if issue interviewing somebody I'm critical of. We've done that before. If you guys been on Patreon, you should know issue asking tough questions. Some of the folks we've interviewed in the past. So that's not an issue there. It's just I just don't have no interest in interviewing them. I just don't. Let somebody else do it. I think we've already got enough what happened to Carolina interviews. I've seen enough of them. I'm over them. Don't worry, he's already shown you why he scammed them. He's already answered all those questions. We already did an interview with Steve Smith, so we're shooting to try to do a show with him. We're gonna try. We're gonna see. But shout out to Cut to it, man.
Yeah, we've already interviewed Steve Smith, and it's public, so check it out.
It's public. It's available to everybody. We interviewed him back in October. Phenomenal interview too. Phenomenal interview. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. It's right here on this channel.
All right, let's get up out of here, Dave. Like, subscribe, notification bell, get in the comments, all that good stuff, man. We'll holler at y'all again. But for today, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Again, thank y'all. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the draft, so let's make this happen. That being said, we appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next time. All right, peace out.
Peace out, guys.